Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a really cool unboxing video to share with you guys. So what I have here are a whole bunch of Begg knives fixed blades. So Begg knives reached out to me and we got to talking. Actually had a really great conversation on the phone, but they wanted to send me a whole bunch of stuff, and wow, they did. There's a huge box of stuff, and it doesn't make sense to do it all in one video. I have separated everything out. It will probably literally be 4 or 5 separate unboxing videos, but there is a ton of stuff from their Steelcraft series. And I was not completely and totally aware of everything that they were doing. So this was a great opportunity for me to check this stuff out. And spoiler alert, I've peeked. I kind of had to separate these things out. But a lot of this is super cool, and I want to make you guys aware. So thank you so much to Begg Knives for sending this in. I will link this stuff down in the description so that you guys can check it out. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's entirely up to you. Thanks so much to my patrons for supporting me. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex, and you can also follow me on TikTok now at the_metal_complex. Make sure and watch out for fakes. Anyways, let's go ahead and start. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move these just for a second so the camera focuses on one at a time. Let's start with the biggest one, which I think I peeked in the box, but I didn't actually take it out of the sheath. I think this one is called the Bolo. I think it'll be linked properly in the description. God, what a monster. God, the aesthetic is so distinct. What on earth? Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Big fan of the handle here. So these are, I think, pretty straightforward materials. These are not going to be horrifically expensive fixed blades. I believe the steel of choice is 1095, which is a lot of times what you want, but you get that super precision. I gotta admit, I don't know who the OEM is, but this isn't the first time I've handled something from the Steelcraft series. You guys remember a while back that I handled the Bodega, which was made with very straightforward basic materials in terms of the steel. Obviously, the original custom Bodega is very famous, right? Made out of premium stuff. But the one that I handled from the Steelcraft series was, I remember the words I used were the most incredible knife I've ever seen made out of these basic materials and in this way, right? Like a production knife. It was unbelievably nice, and it's still a very popular knife. In fact, the whole Steelcraft series line will be linked in the description. Look at this. That signature fuller with kind of the staggered small and big holes there. We have kind of a two-tone satin and black wash finish. The handle is unbelievably comfortable. I don't know a lot about, taking fixed blades out into the wilderness and surviving or doing, like hardcore work with them. I'm a design reviewer and I appreciate things for their aesthetic, but the caveman in me says you grip this and you swing it and all the weight is down here, and it feels like that is what it is meant to do. That's really cool. I know after looking on a couple of different retailers that these do come in a few different configurations. So if you don't like this color combo, I'm sure there's some other stuff. I do appreciate that texturing down there. I wonder what this is. I think this is actually like an injection mold plastic. Initially, I thought it might be G10, but I think it's injection mold plastic, which is fine considering what you'd be doing with it. Let's move on here. What do I want to do next? I think the next one is, wow, this is actually a lot heavier than I had remembered from just picking it up. The next one here, I think, again, I could be wrong, I think this is called the Kronos Alligator. I know for sure this one comes in a few different colors. Now, I think this one is actually G10. That's what that looks like there. Oh boy, yeah. It is so cool. I'm so used to fixed blades just coming in such a basic, God. Guys, Begg knives, this feels really good. There's something about, I'm not a fixed blade person. It takes something really, really cool and really designy for me to enjoy it, right? Because a lot of what I love about knives, it comes from folding knives. The big element for me is flipping the knife out and getting to feel and hear the clicks and the clacks, right? So with a fixed blade that doesn't have that element, it really has to take something special. And usually, I mean, it's going to come down to, yeah, I was correct there. Maybe it's just called the Kronos. I could have sworn it was called the Kronos Alligator. Look at that little harpoon notch there. We got a little bit of a, I guess it's like a dark, almost an acid tumbled finish there. Look at that sharpening choil. It's so comfortable. The element here with both of these is that the room on the handle is ample. I've handled a lot of fixed blades where I'm like, I really like the blade design. I really like the length, you know, the overall feel of it. If I actually EDC a fixed blade, it's generally a smaller one. But nothing bothers me more than when you have a full-size fixed blade and you can't get a full grip on it. If your hands are quite a bit bigger than mine, I wear an XL glove, okay? That doesn't mean that I'm a huge guy or that my hands are really, really big. That's just XL glove, I've just found doesn't really mean all that much. But if your hands are quite a bit bigger than mine, you got a lot of room back here. Super comfortable. Bevel is nice and consistent. I think these are probably about 190 thousandths there. That one might be a little bit thicker. That one looks like it's almost a 1/4 inch, right? Maybe more. Now let's move on to, there's two here that I knew because I looked up the pictures and I just, oh, the warm, melty goodness, right? When it comes to my preferences, there's two here that I knew, right? Oh, I opened it, I went, oh, I've seen that one. Okay, so there's actually two of these. This is the smaller one. I'm about to open the bigger one. So this is called the Filoso. I know that I'm mispronouncing that. Filoso dagger. So this is the shorter guy. Oh, it really is double-edged too. God, that is so cool. You guys know that I have a big thing with symmetry. Some of my favorite knife designs. I've had a custom fixed blade made that is essentially in the style of it's like a Randall style combat dagger, but it's absolutely a showpiece. This would be I think this is also, yeah, it says right there 1095. This is very similar to that style with the fuller right down the center. And let me tell you, man, they really did get that perfectly down the center. That's really nice. Maybe, nope. I'm wrong. That is just about absolutely perfect down to the tip. That is gorgeous. I believe this is also, it looks to be an injection mold plastic, which I think is fine considering the price on it. But man, there's the stuff that I see that's in this style is always so small. And that's fine. I mean, I guess there's a benefit to that. I'm not a combat expert. I don't know anything about fighting with a knife. I have no idea. And truthfully, I don't really care that much. But I do think stuff like this is cool. And I have a very childlike fascination with the aesthetic of knives like this. This is the type of stuff that as a kid, I always dreamt of. But when I would go to, the flea markets or every now and then I'd go to a firearm show and they'd have some cheapies and stuff. The stuff there was always I was like, "Why? This is crap." Like it didn't take me long to figure out. It doesn't look as cool as I imagined, but this is really that way. Look how they've done this, like the inlays, right? And it's shadow boxed by the tang itself, which is pretty thick, honestly. Man, that is cool. And now the other one here. Where is it? It's right under here. This guy is I know we're not looking much at the sheaths. I'd really just want to focus on the blades here. This guy is the larger one, which I don't think it's that much larger, but it is definitely larger. I think this guy is also all black. God, that is so... It's like a short sword. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is so cool. I gotta admit, I wish that the scales were G10. I would love to see a G10 scale on this, but I'm not super upset about it being an injection mold plastic scale, and it might be something that they could do if they feel like it, but for what they did with the injection mold plastic, it does look pretty good. It's truly like a short sword. That is crazy. Wow. Okay, I want to put that in and out of the sheath again. Just Any dialogue that I could choose, any words that I could choose right now would work against me, so I'm just not going to. But the retention does feel pretty good, and it's really not that hard to get that out. Man, that is absolutely gorgeous. Really, another great example of premium execution of very basic materials, right? This is a department of knives that has a lot of extra designiness to it, right? Designiness that you generally don't, that's not even a word, designiness. You generally don't see a lot of this in the fixed blade world at this territory, this price point, right? I think that's probably the unique delivery for these knives, right? Because these are production knives, and I believe it's a Chinese OEM. If I'm wrong about that, Begg Knives, please correct me. I believe that's the case. I mean, it is. They are ridiculously precision. That is where the spidey sense is going off there. But usually this stuff is kind of confined to a higher price point. And in some cases, we might see some more exotic stuff. You know, you might see a 3V and some fancy micarta and stuff like that. But we're seeing basic materials with that extra kind of cool factor, that extra fanciness. And it comes in at, from what I saw, a price point that's very reasonable. This right here is so utterly ridiculously cool. This is my favorite. I love this. It's huge. Let's measure these things out real quick. Okay, so the filoso dagger, that's coming in at over 13.5 inches. The blade length, I'm going to measure it to right where the guard comes out. That's where I'm going to measure it, right? So that's an 8-inch blade. 7.65 inches of cutting edge. The shorter guy here is still 11.5 inches. Blade length is coming in at about 5.85. Cutting edge is 5.5. The Chronos is coming in at 11. I'm going to call that 11. It's 11.8. It's not. It's a little more than 11.75. Blade length, I'm getting 6.25. Cutting edge, I'm getting 6 inches. And in this fat boy here, the Bolo is coming in at 13 inches with a blade length of 8. You could say 8 1/8 if you measure it to the center right there. Cutting edge is about 7.25. Honestly, all extremely cool. I like this guy. This guy seems more of like the outdoor choppy tool guy, right? Again, not well versed in the art of the bush. God. The Chronos is very cool, super comfortable, but these guys down here especially, this guy is actually substantially larger. Looking at them, just peeking into the box, I didn't think it was that much bigger, but this is huge. Wow. Big fan. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Guys, that's going to be pretty much it today. I don't know that you'll really get full reviews because anything that I can comment on in a review, I would have already commented on. These are kind of hard for me to carry around and use authentically. But I would venture to guess that they're going to be pretty tough given that they are 1095, right? I don't think that's necessarily a tricky material to work with. I think that's kind of been figured out over the years. But it is an appropriate fixed blade steel. There's lots of people who are big into fixed blades who swear by that stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that these exist. And I don't talk about fixed blades a lot on this channel, but when they're really cool, I'll take a look at them. So anyways, thanks so much to Begg Knives for sending these in. I'll link this stuff down in the description. Expect to see more folding knives from that larger box in upcoming uploads, but that's going to be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Please make sure to follow me on TikTok at _metals_complex. Sorry, I messed that up. Got to get used to that. I got to fill that in now. _metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.